Hello students, welcome to Java programming course. For this lab session, exercise 11, threads concept continued. In the previous exercise, we did the same threads concept and we are continuing the same for two more programs here. The objective of this threads exercise is, and we know that thread is a small unit of dispatchable code for execution. While we create these threads, it increases the performance of execution as this Java virtual machine allows an application to have multiple threads of execution running concurrently. With this concurrently, we can reduce the ideal time of CPU, then it automatically improves the performance of the system and also increase the throughput of the system. And in this exercise 11, threads continuity, and these are the two programs given here. The first one, write a Java program for the problem called producer consumer problem. So, and we know this process very well. There is a producer process and consumer process. And as a producer process, it produces items, right? It produces some data item, just like for example, here it is something data item one. So once an item is produced by this producer process, the consumer process will consume this item, right? That is the consumer process. And in this process, we need a synchronization. We need this synchronization process to make a uh, proper communication among these two cooperative processes. Why? Because both are the cooperative with each other. Then the synchronization must be achieved to get a proper communication among these producer and consumer problem. Then coming to the producer consumer problem program. So here I have a class called Q, and there here I have two types of methods called get method and put method. And this get method can be used to get the item that produced by the producer. And whereas this put method is used by the producer to produce an item or produce some data. Here, here for the two get method and put method, we have two common variables used by these two methods for their intercommunication. So these two value, n is the value which is used to produce an value into that variable, and also that variable is used by consumer process to get the value from that variable. And that value set is nothing but either it is going to access or not based on that boolean variable, and it is good. So among these two methods, whatever the producer process using this put method and consumer process using this get method, so we need to synchronize them in a proper way. Then only we will get synchronization or a proper communication among these while producing data item or consuming data items. So when the processor, for example, producer is going to produce an item using this put method, and this is should be synchronized method, and it should use something methods of this synchronized like wait method and notify. So wait is nothing but a getting lock on this value set variable and indicating that it is making that as a uh, true, then automatically it goes into the busy state and nobody can enter to access that variable n value or this value set. So this is the method which generates an interrupted exception. And after that, when we are leaving or after producing the number or data by the producer, we will notify other processes to be wake up from the blocked state or waiting state. The same way here also for this get method, this method is used by the consumer, and we should also define this as a synchronized method. and it also uses wait and notify. So wait is get the lock on the before consuming that value, and it based on that value set. So it gets some lock on that, and no one can put on the data while it is consuming. And notify is the method which wake up the weighted processes on the value of value sets. Then by using these two methods, we will get proper synchronization among the producer and consumer problem. And just go to the process called producer process here. So we need to define one producer class, and that implements either runnable or thread. I'm just taking the choice to implements runnable here. And inside this producer class, I have a producer constructor, and this is the constructor where it takes the object of that Q class where that set and get methods are implemented. And now I'm going to create a thread, and that is already started using the start method. And inside of this run method, and that is used to do the process of that producing data value into that n. And here it is that invoking method put of that Q class using that object. So the producer is going to produce the items. So this is the behavior of this producer class. And the same as this consumer class, by taking the object of that Q class to access that get method. So inside of this constructor of this consumer class, so it creates thread and it start, and inside of this run method, and it using that invoking that get method. And put method is just taking that value and initializing that value with n. But here it is get method is just consuming that value. And in addition, here we use that sleep method. So for making a proper switching of this producer and consumer while executing both. And we know that as these sleep method produce generates an exception. That's why we kept this into a try block and one defined clutch block as a cat handler. And coming to the main class here, exercise 11a, inside of this main function, I have created just an object of this Q class where the two methods get and put method defined, and two objects for producer and consumer. Automatically constructor will call, and the constructors will have the thread creation and execution and running on. And it is an infinite loop for producing numbers, and the consumer process consumes the items. So both are in a proper synchronized way. To reduce that one, we need to make a proper step, that is control C, then we stop that infinite loop. So this is the output. As usual, we can compile this one like this, and you can run that. And the values may be generated like producer by put on got method by consumer. And like this, when you want to stop, then press Control C to stop. Yeah, coming to this one, the same code we have taken into this Java file, exercise 11a, and synchronized methods of this get method and put method, both are synchronized as defined synchronized inside of this class Q. And later we have a producer class that implements runnable interface, and where we take the object of this Q class and passed as an object of this to constructor of this producer class, where we are created thread and started producing items. And whereas the same here consumer class, that also implements this runnable interface. Here also the constructor taking the object of that Q class to access that get method by the consumer process to consume the item produced by the producer process. And here also we are creating some threads, and consumer thread to start, and also accessing that get method, and making this and making a proper communication among these two. We just kept that thread into a sleep mode for 1 second, and you know that this sleep method generates exception, and that exception has been handled inside of this main class. So here it is inside of this main class, and main function there, and created the object of this Q class and object of the producer class, object of the consumer class. And it is an infinite process of producing items and consuming items. So to control, to get out of that one, the infinitely press Control C to stop the process. Okay, shall we go to the execution part of this one? Coming to the command prompt, at the console, we are going to compile that one Java C exercise 11a dot Java. As it is successfully compiled, then run it Java exercise 11a. Now, if you observe one by one produces items and consuming items by the consumer process, and like that we can produce items many number and consume items by many by the consumer process. If you observe that, that the thing they are having some synchronization like that. Put 15 and got 15 like that. Okay, got it. So this is the way we can synchronize both producer and consumer process using inter-process communication and methods called wait and notify. So to stop this one, press Control C, then it automatically stop the process. So this is the way we can synchronize the process executions by producer and consumer. Okay, got this is the output we got. And coming to exercise 11 threads, program P, write a case study on thread synchronization after solving the producer consumer problem. And this case study should include the type of information in a form of report, how this thread synchronization get achieved among between this producer and consumer. In the previous one, we used this methods get and set, put and get methods are synchronized, and use that wait and notify methods on use this thread sleep method for 1 second to sleep on before after consuming this one. This is the way we got synchronization, and write all these into a descriptive way, and to do the case study of this process of consumer and producer consumer problem.